Hello, welcome to Storytime. My name is Jesse James, and on today's episode, I meet a world traveler from France riding to Mexico, and he's a crafter. Just heading out on my bike to get some groceries, I ran into a very, very interesting character. So right on, what's your name?
Alexis.
Alexis?
What about you?
I'm Jesse James.
Jesse?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
And so you're just riding from, you said Palo Alto to Mexico?
Yeah, so originally I was going to ride from Montreal to Mexico, and a friend called me saying that he was going to sail the same route. So I brought the bike with the plane to Vancouver. We sailed from Vancouver to Palo Alto.
Okay.
And now he's in San Francisco, I think. And yeah, I think I'm going to try to ride the rest of the way.
Ride the rest of the way, just on a whim, just finish the ride.
It would be nice. Sailing is wonderful, but there's a lot of things that are only experienced by being on land and talking to people, and, you know. So.
What route are you going to take? Are you going to go down through Big Sur?
Yeah, I think so. But do you have any recommendation? Actually, how is Highway 1? I was wondering.
Highway 1 is beautiful.
That's what I've been told too. I will see, I will try, and because I don't like to be next to traffic for too long.
Yeah.
And yet, if the road is beautiful, I will see.
Yeah, maybe at the right time, like not on a weekend, for sure not, because all the campers will be there and stuff.
The problem is that I gotta be somewhere, so usually it's on the road. You know?
Okay, yeah, exactly. You can't turtle around on the dirt like I do when you gotta be somewhere.
Today I'm gonna do that actually because my knee is giving me a bit of like I need to rest it, so I'm gonna stay here.
Okay.
Because I think after that Santa Cruz is more populated.
Oh yeah.
It would be more difficult to just hang around. So, what's your YouTube channel about?
Riding my bike and surfing and living in an RV.
Oh, very nice. How long have you lived in an RV?
10 years now. Oh, you lost a can.
Oh. That's the most precious part.
How long do you think your trip's gonna take you in total?
To reach my destination,
Yeah.
3 months maybe.
3 months of riding.
I want to go to the south, Puerto Escondido.
Okay.
People tell me that it's very nice and full of craft people, so
Oh wow.
I am attracted.
You're a what kind of person?
Sorry?
You said track person?
Oh, craft people.
Craft person?
Yeah.
I like crafting. That's the other thing my channel's about.
Yeah?
I do sculpting, and I make a lot of Dungeons and Dragons terrain
Oh, that's wonderful.
and painting.
Uh-huh.
We have some shops here in town. We just did a free art giveaway for that.
That's very good.
So after I dropped off my groceries, I just had to head out for another ride to see if I could catch up with Alexis. I had a pretty good idea where he was gonna be, I think. Hey, Alexi. So boot making out of leather. Now
Well,
you
I
said
don't-
that was in the Canary Islands?
I don't make boots, I made general little, I don't know, it's very diverse. For example, something to put my brushes in.
Yeah.
Or I make little objects because since I'm always traveling, I can't have big panels,
Right.
so it has to be quite small.
Exactly. Well, then if you're traveling on your cycle, weight is a huge issue, not just size, but every ounce.
I gave up on the leather tools. I used to carry them in South America, and it was insane, pushing the bike up the mountains. So I left this in Montreal at the moment. When I will settle again, I will get it sent over there.
What do you think your bike weighs altogether, like with all of its stuff,
I know
at a
when
full load?
when I fly with it, the bike is 23 kilos, the equipment is 23 kilos as well. Maybe 60 when you add the water, the food. You saw what I bought today.
Okay. That's a person, a small person.
Yeah. It is. I felt it climbing from the other side from Palo Alto. But food is good to have because you start with a very heavy bicycle, and then the more you're going in the mountains, or the more you eat, the lighter it gets, and the stronger you get. So it's the perfect.
Like I'm going to drink this
equation.
water before this climb. The weight's all still there.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just distributed differently. Oh, it's wonderful. This guy here, my wife makes these. There's even a tiny, teeny flower that she glued onto its arm to make it like it's got a pet that it's holding on its shoulder. She does crazy tiny work. You can have that if you like. Take it with you on your ride.
I wish. The truth is, if I had this in my bags, it would break somehow. I think the issue is more the space.
Yeah.
And truthfully, anything I am given, at first I would refuse and try to explain.
Yeah.
And now, when I see that it's important for people,
Yeah.
I don't argue, I take it, but then I give it to someone else.
That's cool too.
Because then somebody is happy anyway, that's the importance. Two people are happy, the person giving,
Yeah.
the other person receiving, and me, I'm just transferring.
Transferring it.
But nothing.
So is that how you finance your ride? Is from selling things online?
Now I'm trying to switch to that. Well, before I started, I was a programmer, so I had savings from that. I could work a little bit on the road, and especially visiting countries that have where the currency is much weaker. Then you can buy. I only pay money for food, pretty much.
Wow.
And bicycle parts, and the occasional plane flights to change continents.
Okay.
But otherwise, it's mainly the food. So if the food is very cheap and you're working with the programmer's salary, just a few hours per month are enough,
Wow.
But that was at the start. Then now I'm not. My skills are not updated. I
Okay.
didn't, do the work that you have to do to keep yourself up to speed and your skills sharp.
Right.
So slowly and slowly I transitioned to more craft, and now really hoping that I can just get enough from the patterns and maybe some other stuff on the side. It's not, it's an ongoing project.
Yeah. No, and it's constant, like as you're out on the road and stuff. And so how do you keep connected to the internet to do internet work while
that
you're on
was
your bike all the time?
Easy. Networks in most of Southeast Asia, where I was at the time, it's really good.
Huh.
I think it's a way. Phone companies are a way to bring advertisement to every village.
Okay.
So advertising companies are pushing very hard for everyone to have a cell phone.
Yeah. If they have a phone, they're getting their advertisements in there.
No
Yeah.
TV, no radio, working in the rice field all day, but when you come home, you have your phone and
Okay.
you get YouTube and you get the ads and you get.
Okay.
That's my interpretation to explain why
Yeah.
in the most remote village in Java, you get really good coverage. Whereas here I go in the mountains 10 kilometers away from here, I lose my coverage.
Yeah. It's
So-
better in there. It's better.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it was easy and cheap, very cheap. You
Okay.
pay $1 per gigabyte or less. So I saw that I was in better shape than I was 5 years ago when I cycled again in Quebec in July.
Right.
But then this time, so I thought it's the same, no problem. I can go straight in the mountains.
Yeah.
First day, I don't need a rest or to pace myself. I forgot that I spent a month in a boat, not
Any
walking,
elevation?
not
Okay.
running.
Ah.
So that's why today I need to rest. a little
Okay. Does elevation ever get? Do you get up to high elevation when you're riding?
bit. In the Andes, I got to what was it, 6,000 meters? I don't know in feet. Yeah,
Yeah.
so that was high. Yeah.
Like the 18? Wow. That's high. Okay.
There's
So
big
do you
mountains
get elevation sickness from that a little bit?
It took me a few days to adapt. I could feel I was really worried about it, especially since the road I was taking there was no way back because it involves crossing rivers and
Oh.
that's how I lost the bike in the river. So
Okay.
there was no way to go back. And I adapted, I guess.
Yeah.
At first, the first days, I felt like a pressure. Like an overly tightened bike helmet,
Okay.
but getting tighter and tighter.
Okay.
And I always take a lot of naps, especially when it's you're pushing your bike at such heights. And I would wake up from the nap with kind of a
The breathing. That was yeah.
That was first 2 days, and then I didn't feel a difference so much.
And you just adapted up there. That's cool. I'm an ocean level boy. So at 14 or so climbing, I started to notice it a bit, but I was okay. But you never can tell who's gonna have a hard time with it.
Yeah.
It can be the most fit person in the group, and they just doesn't jive with them for some
And
reason.
I guess it's like sea sickness.
Yeah.
You can have people, they climb mountains, forever, and then one day they're gonna have a problem.
It's not at all a strength or even fitness thing. It's just how people react to it.
I guess it doesn't. It helps to have a good circulatory system, to be fit when you go there.
How long did you ride today?
Of really not long. I started at 8. Yeah, I started at 8. I stopped at 10 to paint for an hour. Then some few hours, 3-4 hours.
Just ride and then paint for a while and then get back on the bike and ride. That's awesome.
Usually
That's
I'm
so
more
fun.
like riding, but
Yeah.
I'm glad that my knee is telling me to pace myself, and then end up in places like this.
Exactly.
And talking to nice people. It's
Yeah,
good.
this is really nice to meet you.
Yeah, likewise.
Oh, you want to do the Biketober thing?
So what?
Well, all you do is that you sign up for it. It's a free thing you sign up for. You could use like a Facebook or email. And then you tell them what you rode that day. And then that's it. It's a contest. You can sync it with Strava.
Oh no. Okay, I don't want that because I don't like to look at the distances I ride.
Okay.
I like
Yes.
it to be just whatever the ride is that day.
That is such a valid point. Since I've been filming and since I've been doing this contest, I haven't rid just normally. You know what I mean? Like I feel like, oh, I'm going to do an extra ride and I want to get some good footage while I'm on my ride. And my camera was full and I didn't want to race anything on it. And I just went for a ride without it for myself and it was way better.
There's enjoyment in sharing and showing people what we do. But it's like if you look at a landscape just through your eyes, you're not gonna have the same memory as thinking about how to get the right picture, or then you get the memory of the picture, but not of the.
Not the original. That's such a valid point.
I like both. It's not I'm not rejecting at all.
No. But for my own personal experience, and also something great is happening and there's a technical problem with the camera and I'm frustrated about that. I'm like, it's gone. I missed the hummingbird or whatever it was. I should have just watched. That's a really good point.
Oh, but that's the nice thing about living in areas like this. It's not like you come here once a year for 5 days and you have to make the best of every moment, or we have time. You can get some nice photos for the people who are interested in seeing what we do.
Yeah.
And then some other times just for ourselves. Yeah, use it.
And try to get people out and exercising, because I'm talking to myself when I say that. You know what I mean? It's like, go out and do something fun. I say that on my channel, and then I will go, okay, I'll be sitting there now.
You have no choice.
I told them, now I have to go do it. I have to, or else I'm lying. So now
Go enjoy this beautiful scenery, damn it.
Exactly.
What a horrible life.
So horrible. All right, buddy, I'm going to take off. It was really nice to meet you.
Likewise.
And enjoy your ride to Mexico. I want to find a way to keep track of your progress. Is there any way to see what you're doing? You gave me the card.
Do you have the card? I can write down my other account.
Yeah.
That this one, the account on the card is only about craft,
Okay.
and the other one is only about traveling.
Okay.
I have a. Yes. And you have a place to store stuff, so I can give you something.
Oh, yeah?
Your shoes, please. Levi. Dominic, your shoes, please.
So Alexis left me with this beautiful embroidered patch for my wife's helmet, a little extra protection. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I love you guys, and go out and do something fun. You never know who you might run into.